Welcome back, my name is Carrie, and today I'm going to show you the Nordic Plus sauna from Alumehouse. A couple weeks ago, I took a quick trip to see a few homes in person that have historically been incredibly popular on the channel. On said trip, I was able to get up in and see several different models at different stages of completion, and as things were winding down, I was getting ready to head out. It happened. As I drove up to the last home that was scheduled on the Alumehouse tour, it looked to me like the best was saved for last. We'll have to see what people say, but in my opinion, it was no contest. When I plan these trips, I always try to see interesting homes and get the best footage possible for the channel, but sometimes it doesn't work out. This was not one of those times, and if all goes well, it'll lead to a few extra taps on the old like button for the YouTube algorithm. The home I'm talking about is the Nordic Plus sauna from Alumehouse, and let me tell you, this thing had it going on. What I'm going to do is tell you a wee bit about the company, tour the Nordic Plus sauna, and get into their pricing. If you haven't heard of Alumehouse, they're a prefab home builder that really seems to get the people going with the combination of cottage style and affordability offered throughout their line. I never really know exactly what people are looking for in a video, but the first video I did on Alumehouse was far and away the most popular video on the channel, so I figured it was worth the trip to check out a few of their homes in person. Their HQ is located in Riga, Latvia, so I stopped in for a 3-day whirlwind tour which had more than a few highlights, one of which is the home I'm going to show you today. One of the interesting things about Alumehouse is they'll build in multiple different ways depending on the size of the home and where it's going. Of the homes I toured, some were built out completely in their factory, some were built in panels in their factory and assembled on site, and some were built completely on site. They're quite flexible in their approach and can adjust to whatever style of build makes the most sense for a specific lot. While I was there, the first home I toured was a similar model to the one I'm going to show today, called the Nordic Plus, that's already on the channel, and I like that one a lot, but I think what really stood out about the home I'm going to show today was the exterior. The layout of the Nordic Plus and Nordic Plus sauna are similar. One is 395 square feet and the other is 456 square feet, but the decor on today's tour set this home apart. It was finished with a natural looking gray wood vertical siding with black trim, giving it a strange combination of rustic and modern that I really like. On top of that, the wall of windows on the front really pops and was visible from the road for big curb appeal. It's possible that the placement of the home on the lot skewed my first impression better because the show side of the home was facing the road. If the goal was to look good from the road, mission accomplished. This video was made possible by today's sponsor, the Rocket Visa Signature Card. There it is. Check it out. This thing is solid. What if I told you every dollar you spent could bring you closer to your next home? The Rocket Visa card was made with home ownership in mind. With the Rocket Visa, you can make your next home a reality with your everyday spending. It's simple. You'll earn rewards on every single purchase, from dining to a new set of Ginch and everything in between. You can redeem your rewards for up to 5% cash back towards closing costs and a down payment when you buy a home with Rocket Mortgage. Turn your everyday spending into savings for your next home with the Rocket Visa card. Apply for the Rocket Visa today at rocketcard.sjv.io/carry or click the link in the video description and get up to 5% cash back on every purchase toward your new home from Rocket Mortgage when you're approved. All Rocket Visa signature cards are powered by Deserve and issued by Celtic Bank. Terms and conditions apply. Visit rocketcard.com to learn more. The Nordic Plus sauna ships in two pieces. One section makes up most of the space in the home with the peaked roof and full front of windows that looks awesome. The bedroom section of the home ships separate from the main module, then they're put together on site. One of the nice things about this plan is it has multiple entrances. The door that I would use as the main entrance is on the side, but they've also got doors off the end onto the deck and out of the bedroom onto the deck. This specific build was relatively new. It looked like the deck had just been finished and there was still a bit of landscaping to be done, but without a doubt, gives people an idea of what the finished product will look like. Depending on how the lot the home is going to will be set up, there is a spot out the back of the home to the yard, a hot tub, a deck, or whatever someone might be trying to set up. I think if it was me, I'd set up my barbecue on the front deck so I could run my burger program near the kitchen. Then if I had a hot tub, I'd put it out the back. Last time I was in a hot tub, I stayed in too long and fainted on the way out, so even though it sounds good, probably not something I'm going to include. For everyone with more self-control than me, the door is close close to the sauna, so it would be a nice little setup for a tub, or even better yet, option for a deck that wraps around 3 sides. The far side of the home doesn't have much for windows, but that's okay because it's the side of the home that's tucked up to the property line. There are prefab options that have a lot of windows on every side, but keep in mind, unless a home is going smack dab in the middle of a property, likely doesn't make a lot of sense to have a bunch of windows on the side closest to the neighbors, unless you want to be looking at each other all the time. Wrapping back around the front, another glimpse at the big wall of windows, adding to the look that I think works very well. Inside the home, the main entrance that I mentioned heads into a bit of a landing across from the kitchen before opening up to windows on the front of the home. Off the living room, they've got 4 windows and the sliding glass door, a combo that I think makes the room feel spacious and of course lets in a bunch of natural light. Heading towards the back of the home, we get into uncharted territory on the channel with a space under the loft with a shower and, as the name suggests, a sauna. Saunas seem to be quite popular in Europe and have been for years, so I'm curious to hear what people think about having one in a home this size. They do seem to be gaining popularity in North America, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Yay or nay on the sauna? I will say this, the sauna looked great with the ambient lighting they put in it and looks like it would be comfortable for 4 or 5 people, no problem. Across from the sauna, they've got a half bath that has all the essentials, including the toilet and sink. This section of the home looks after all the facilities. You got the half bathroom, you got the walk-in shower, and an added bonus you don't normally see in a home this size, a full-on sauna. Heading back out into the main part of the home and turning left is the bedroom, which has access out to the deck and storage that looks to me like it was added after the fact. Last but not least on the tour, above the bathroom and sauna, they've got a loft that takes the number of people able to sleep in the home from 1, possibly 2, to 3, possibly 4, making it an option for a family if the kids are fine to get their loft on. I think a lot of kids would be pumped on sleeping in a loft. I remember sleeping in one as a kid and thinking it was incredible. There are a couple things I really like about this specific Nordic Plus sauna from Illumehouse. First things first, you already know I'm a fan of the exterior of this home, but I think they've done a nice job with the interior as well. It seems to me this was an aftermarket or custom kitchen because I didn't see blue cabinets or even this same layout in any other home. It's set up with 4 upper cabinets, a bank of drawers, and a fridge that has the matching cabinet door. Always a nice touch. The Nordic Plus that I toured had the kitchenette on the end wall, which completely changes the space. Out of the 2 options, I'm leaning towards the kitchen layout in the Nordic Plus sauna. I like how it's down the side wall, leaving room for the mini fireplace. Probably worth mentioning, this is what I would consider a kitchenette. It has an electric cooktop, but no stove. Could easily be added, but something to think about. The second thing I really like about the interior of this home, for those that missed the Nordic Plus video, is the high ceilings. The peaked roof and resulting ceiling height makes the home feel spacious, even though not huge at 456 square feet. I like it. All in all, this is a cool space both inside and out and was my overall favorite from my tour of Illumehouse. With that said, they also have a Nordic Plus 60 at a little over 600 square feet that I didn't get to see in a finished model, but I think would definitely be a contender. That model gets a full second bedroom and the loft, which makes it a possibility for more people. Maybe I'll see one finished on the next visit. Before I wrap this thing up, I am going to get into their pricing, but keep in mind prices can and usually do change, but will be accurate at the time of posting this video. The Nordic Plus sauna has a base price of 59,500 euros, not including delivery, and I'll put the USD conversion somewhere on the screen. Illumehouse is a prefab builder located in Latvia with a line of what I'll call cottage-style homes that have the look figured out. They've been building in Latvia and around Europe, but are planning to expand their services to other parts of the world. Their combination of look and price is undoubtedly going to get them a lot of attention, so I'll be following along with what they're up to and posting updates right here on my YouTube channel. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I've got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.